It's finally time. It's finally time, Tristan's and Tris fam. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for this video, and I am here to give it to you. Today, we're gonna be checking out Harry Styles' Carpool Karaoke, but yo, before we get started, be sure to check out my Instagram, my Twitter. Let's just jump into this.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the time. Welcome to the final show.
Ooh, so much control.
In your best clothes.
There's like a lot of power behind his voice, even though it's quiet. Relatively.
In the sky. You look pretty good down here.
He's so relaxed.
You ain't really good. We never learned we've been here before.
Ooh, so pretty.
We always stuck and running from the bullets. The bullets. Ready? Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times.
So much control. The fact that he could sing through that phrase at the beginning with relatively low volume and ease while still maintaining some sort of power to it, and then coming straight into this chorus again and then hitting the same chorus but with a different level of intensity, right? That's not only musically smart, but that shows that he has a very good control over his instrument to be able to do that sort of a thing. He opens his mouth a lot, by the way.
We gotta get away from here.
Just an observation.
We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, it'll be alright. You told me that the end is near. We gotta get away from here. We don't talk enough. We should open.
Look how relaxed he is, wow. But he can give it to it. He can give it when he needs to.
We got to get away.
Ooh.
We got to get away. We got to.
Oh my God, that was such a nice note. So, a quick little analysis of that. Something that I'm noticing about Harry just watching that last clip is Harry loves him some open vowels. And by that, I mean his mouth really loves to open on those notes. Whereas some singers, like let's say The Weeknd, for example, or maybe Shawn Mendes, they like to keep their mouths relatively closed. And that's why Harry Styles has more of like, let's say, a more manly timbre. No tea, no shade, than a lot of other pop singers, is because open vowels tends to bring you towards more of a darker, fuller sound.
I was in it then. I was somewhere else. I went somewhere else then. I went somewhere else emotionally. I wasn't even in the car anymore. You weren't here. It was just
Makes
me.
me cry performing it sometimes.
Does it?
Yeah, I find it quite emotional.
Do you find it emotional because of the message in the song?
In like a cool way.
Did you just say in a cool way?
Like a chilled way.
It makes me cry in a cool way.
Oh my God, that's actually really cute.
We don't know where we're going, but we know we belong. I know we started.
So another example of what I mean by open vowels, like listen to how he's singing this particular note here.
We know we belong.
And oh, the control, by the way. So the beginning of this phrase,
Had another time.
it's crazy. Like for me, it's really difficult for me to open my mouth and give it that much power and energy while still staying quiet. But he goes, how did we get? I'm sorry.
Epic cringe.
Can't do it. But then he shifts into something quiet.
Still young.
Light, chill, almost like bright.
Don't know where we go.
Oh my God, how does he do that? Don't know where we... Like, it's powerful, but at the same time, it's like quiet. Like, that's really cool. And like sweet and sultry.
I know we started.
On that O, for example, and he switches up the timbres so much so you get the full breadth of his voice. He's singing light and almost nasally at the beginning, but then on that no, he switches into that like heavy, dark sound. Like there's just so many different textures, and it's because he's an artist. He knows how to paint his song and his voice to create an effect. It's not the same the whole way through because that's boring.
Two hearts in one home. It's hard when we argue. We're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, sweet creature.
Listen to his vowels. Sweet, sweet creature, sweet creature. It's just so interesting how he chooses to phrase that line. It's like da da da. It's like calm, calm in your face, calm, calm in your face.
Wherever I go, you bring me home.
Oh my god, that sounds this. Wow.
Can we talk?
What really gets to me, I put up a reaction to some of Harry Styles' like vocals a couple months ago, and the amount of people commenting things like he can't sing, all he does is strain, all he does is like, it's just so, it's ridiculous to me. Like I don't understand how such good singers get so much hate. To me, like personally, to me, it is very clear that he's stylistically choosing to do most of these things. People on that note would say, oh my god, he's destroying his voice because of how he's saying that note. No, he's doing that on purpose because he knows he's an artist that knows how to create a mood and emotions and the right vibe for the song, whereas the people who are commenting that kind of stuff have no idea, so they can't leave comments like that. It doesn't make any sense. He's shaping it perfectly so that the chorus leads up into that more aggressive top note with distortion and then leading back into something more controlled but still powerful and edgy, because Harry Styles definitely has an edgy kind of strong voice. It's not the kind of voice that just like floats like a little fairy. That's not what he's doing. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I just have to get that rant out of the way. Oh my god.
Two hearts that beat as one. Our lives have just begun. Oh, my love, my love. I'll be a fool for you, I'm sure.
He does that so much. He just has this like really, really crazy ability to sing soft and like intimately, but at the same time sounding so powerful. Like that's really unique in a singer.
You know I don't mind. This love I have inside, and I'll give it all to you. My love, my innocence.
That's so funny. So I think the only, like, let's end this with a little bit of friendly, unasked for criticism. I do think on some of these notes here, I mean, I do think that he could find a place to relax a little bit. Because no tea, but if I were James Corden, I would be a little bit afraid of someone being like really in my face and like that, like super powerful and like boom, just in your face. But overall, I think that's a fairly mild criticism. We've definitely heard Harry sing those notes in a different way. So for some reason or another, he chose that stylistically. That's really the only criticism I might present. But anyway, be sure you check out my Instagram and my Twitter. And until next time, Tristans and Tristfam. Peace.